So back in May of this year, we were up in New York City at Acer's hardware event where they unveiled all sorts of things, and one of those things was the Acer Chromebook Spin 13, which is the device we have right here. And we wanted to give you guys a quick look at it, some of our initial impressions as we're spending time with it to prepare our review. But before we get into all that, this video is brought to you by Audible. And I don't know about you, but for me, and with my busy schedule, it's very difficult to get in reading when I want to. And so for all of our viewers, Audible's actually offering a free audiobook with a 30-day trial. You just need to go to audibletrial.com/Chrome Unboxed and you can start reading today. So real quick, let's talk about some of the things that this device brings to the table. One of those is an all aluminum build. And so this isn't a 3/4 aluminum with a plastic bottom or only an aluminum lid. This is all aluminum all around and it feels really great. The size is really great too. It's a 13.5-inch display, which we've not seen up to this point with Chrome OS devices. And so you're talking a full inch. It's actually 1.2 inches larger than the Pixelbook display. And it comes in at a higher definition than most Chromebooks, not quite as high definition as the Pixelbook. And the pixel count on it, actually, I've got to grab the box because nobody could remember this random number. Let's see here. It is 2256 by 1504. That seems random, but all you need to know is powering it up, opening it up the first time, it's really high resolution. The colors pop. It looks great. It's 3x2, which you guys know I'm a big fan of. And so when it's in tablet mode, it feels really good. It's a fantastic display, great viewing angles, nice brightness. Everything looks really good on it so far. We got a backlit keyboard. You got Gorilla Glass on the trackpad, Gorilla Glass on the screen, Stowable Stylus. There's really nothing on the checklist that you can't find here, and it comes in a wide variety of specifications as well. So we've got the Core M3, a Core i5, and a Core i7 version, different RAM variations, and we'll get into all that stuff in the review. But what I can tell you is using this device just for a short time, I'm not over the moon for the keyboard. It seems okay, but it's backlit, so that's really good for a lot of you, and some people aren't really that picky with keyboards. So I think the keyboard's passable. Gorilla Glass etched trackpad, which is really awesome. It feels just as smooth as the Pixelbook. Click mechanism feels really good. It feels a little cramped in its size, but again, we'll talk more about this stuff when we fully review and spend a little bit more time with the device. But the panel is great, and the workspace, that's the one thing I want to get to on this device from just initial impressions here. When I open this device up and actually use it, the size of the screen, again, I've talked about this before, but 3x2 screens actually make the diagonal measure feel much larger. So for instance, if we're working with an 11.6-inch device that's 16:9, so very rectangular, you take that same 11.6 inches and make it more square, the screen real estate physically is bigger. So if you do the math and you multiply that, you actually get more square inches. Same thing goes here. It's a 3x2 screen, so a 13.5-inch display, we talk about like MacBooks, for instance, are 13.3 inches. At 16:10 feel a certain size, this actually feels larger. So when I set this next to another 13-inch display that's 16:9, this thing feels massive in comparison, and it makes a huge difference when this is your only device. If you're not extending to another display, or you're just using this device as in a coffee shop or at your desk, the display really makes a difference, and Acer has absolutely just knocked it out of the park on that. We'll get to more of the specifics of this device as we spend more time with it, but for now, I can tell you I'm really impressed just for the first few hours of using it. There are some things that I think are going to be alarming and I may not like and may not think are perfect with this device, but overall, so far, from what I can tell, Acer has delivered something really good at a really compelling price point right now, especially going into a season where we're going to see lots of Chromebooks at the roughly same price point as this device comes in at. So definitely keep it locked to the channel and keep up with what we're doing. If you haven't subscribed yet, for sure subscribe. I don't normally say that to the end of the video, but for sure subscribe, because there are lots of Chromebooks coming out and roughly in this price range, roughly with this kind of build quality that you're going to want to know about, especially going into the holiday season. So guys, that's going to be it for this one. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Again, hit that subscribe button. There's lots more stuff coming, and until next time, we'll see you.